It's described as the toughest qualification process in global soccer. But for African teams vying to attend the 2026 World Cup finals, there are more places available this time around. That is, however, unlikely to lessen the intensity of a two-year campaign which sees 260 qualifying matches played up until October 2025. The expansion of the World Cup from 32 to 48 teams means Africa's quota of finalists is increased from 5 to 9. For the 2026 tournament, being hosted by Canada, Mexico and the United States, 54 African entries were divided into 9 groups. Only the winners of each group are guaranteed to go through. There is, however, a 10th potential spot. A playoff will determine one African team from the 4 best-ranked runners-up to go into a new intercontinental playoff. That features one side from each continent competing in a mini-tournament for the last 2 places at the World Cup. But getting to that stage is an arduous journey. There are a number of factors that have contributed to Africa's reputation as the toughest qualifying process of the 6 continental confederations. They include the long distances to travel and poor and infrequent flight connections. So too, extreme climatic conditions, Spartan facilities, and a culture of hostility towards visiting teams. Qatar's coach Carlos Queiroz, previously employed for Egypt and South Africa, has described the African preliminaries as a nightmare. A total of 13 African teams have successfully made it through to World Cup finals. That starts with Egypt in 1934 and includes most frequent participant Cameroon. Last year, Morocco became the first African country to reach the World Cup semi-finals. Their opening match for this qualifying process was meant to be Eritrea. But Eritrea has withdrawn. No reason was given. The hermit country's players have previously defected or sought political asylum when they've gone abroad to compete. There's also a return to the preliminaries for Zimbabwe. It was kicked out of the last qualifiers because of a failure to settle the contract of a former coach. The team, which has not played a full international in nearly 2 years, is back from another ban, this time for political meddling in the running of their soccer association. Zimbabwe is also among 19 teams whose facilities have been condemned as not up to international standards. Those countries, including the likes of Burkina Faso, Ethiopia and Sudan, have been forced to move their home games to a neutral venue.